everybody. Hope all is well. It's Ginger and Ginger's Chat Show, and it's Wednesday, June 4th, uh, 2025. And today we're going to be talking about, I've been calling him Taco Don, um, and his stupidity and why are they dragging their feet on removing him? He should be removed from office promptly. He doesn't belong there. They should have a professional person that knows how the government runs and what programs there are there and what they can do to help everybody instead of bullying people and making things rough for everybody. Uh, I'm tired of bullies. I don't like bullies, and I hate bullies. Well, they say, well, we got to remove the hatred. Well, it's a little hard to remove the hatred when you have somebody like that in the White House that sits there and bullies the American people. This is what he's doing. He's bullying us. And you know what? The only thing that bullies can understand is they could be bullied back. And you know what they do? They run. They run away because they're confronted. They've been stood up to them and say, hey, you know what you're doing is wrong. And Trump should be told them, no, you're wrong. And stop lying. Okay? If his dementia is that bad, then they should start taking steps now to remove him. I mean now, not down the road, not 3 years down the road, now. Stop, take off the damn kid gloves and do it now. Over the weekend, which I don't know if I mentioned this on my Monday chat or not, but Ukraine, those guys are sneaky. And I love Ukraine. And congratulations, President Zelensky, on your stinkiness. I'm glad you're stinky. Of doing a sneak attack on Russia inside their bases and knocking out their planes, their military infrastructure, everything. He is not targeting citizens, okay? Zelensky's not targeting Russian citizens. He is targeting the military assets there in Russia, which is really not much left. Hi, Nancy. Good seeing you. How are things in Avon, Wisconsin? So, while all this was going on, Trump keep telling Zelensky, oh, well, you don't have any cars to hold or anything else. And there was a meme of Zelensky holding ace cards for Russia military assets on them. Yeah. And this all happened, and then this attack happened. And this caught Putin completely off guard. Okay? They had no idea that. Oh, yeah, the wildfires up there. Canada's been trying to knock out the wildfires up there. And of course, there's been a lot of storms going on too. Now, I don't know if the storms, or not the storms, but I don't know if the wildfires are man-made caused or caused by Mother Nature. Okay? When she throws the lightning bolt. When she throws the lightning bolt, there's not much you can really do. Except put out the fire. Yesterday, in California, they had a rolling thunderstorm come through. Especially San Bernardino area and another stretch of beach. I think near Long Beach. Yeah, well, we had rain some here too. Um, it's overcast right now. A little bit windy. Um, there have been a lot of wild storms in the Midwest, especially tornadoes and high winds and straight line winds that do a lot of damage. Today, Vince Watley of SeeTheStorm.net he'll be out in Arizona, uh, Panhandle area, Arizona and Texas and Oklahoma area, general area, um, doing live chases. And because there's some big storms rolling in, because they had one roll in from California. Of course, this year it's getting close to the Santa Ana winds coming in. Um, anyway, um, the only thing we can do is hope our best, do our best. I really do. And of course, now with the sun doing its solar storms, sitting here is causing some electrical issues in our internet and everything else that's going on. Okay, so we're gonna have to work through that. And as always, Trump is flapping his big mouth of saying to Ukraine, well, Putin's going to retaliate and everything else. Well, I'm pretty sure Ukraine's on top of everything that's going on. I'm pretty sure. Oh, the other thing, too, I noticed, Hexus is not around. There was no peep out of him. So I assume he's drunk and sleeping it out and everything else. That guy is also another one that needs to be removed from office. Him and Bondi, they don't belong there. I'm glad to see Elon Musk leaving. I think he finally saw what was really going on. And with all the tariffs and everything else, which is screwing Musk up, uh, you'd think Musk would, in the beginning, would look and say, what is he doing, with all these businesses and everything else? He should be staying away from Trump, okay? He should have not implemented Doge. He should have not pushed Project 2025. Those two need to be in the burn barrel. So, and good thing that I'm pretty sure Ukraine is pretty watchful on all this. But I suggest to Putin, if he really wants to stop the war, just do this. Withdraw all his troops, apologize, send funds to rebuild Ukraine, and resign and then put himself in prison. Because he did crimes against humanity. He went against a sovereign country. Oh, another thing too, Putin needs to give Crimea back to Ukraine, because it belongs to Ukraine. And Donbass, that region as well. Give it back. And just stop all this crap. And if the North Korean troops want to stay in Russia, let them stay in Russia. I would imagine a lot of them have defected. Because when North Korea sent their troops over there, quite a few have defected. And they don't want to live in a dictatorship anymore. Now, Russia is somewhat of a dictatorship, but his people do what they want, they do what they need to do, and fight back against Putin. They know Putin is a chicken, too. And they never liked him. So I wish in the future that Russia becomes a democratic country. I really do. Both it and North Korea. We don't need dictators on this planet. If I had my way, I'd round up all the dictators, put them on a rocket, and send them off planet somewhere, and let them fend for themselves. And I think the other reason why Elon Musk left the White House is he wants to concentrate on his trip to Mars. Once he goes to Mars, it's bye-bye. Okay. Um, and from what I understand, they're planning to do the Mars launch next year. Well, they still got a lot more testing to do on Starship in order to do that. There's still some issues with not only with the booster, but with the Starship itself and its internal setup and everything as to why it did what it did at its last flight test. And of course, like in any flight testing, there are things that are bound to go wrong. And so it just needs back to the drawing board, fix the issues, and try again. And that's how it's done. That's how regular airplane flying is done. It's by trial and error. And of course, error is kind of has a bad way to it, but that's how you learn. So, this is what we need to do, and we need to push back on a lot of these issues, okay? Push back on Trump. Push back on Congress. Tell Congress and tell the House to give the Speaker of the House boot and get somebody like Mr. Jeffries in there to whip everything back into shape. Kick out the MAGAs. Get rid of them. In other words, they should not have any power at all. And when the other day when Senator Joni Ernest did her town hall, she said, well, we're all going to die. Well, she's really stupid. She doesn't study anything that's going on. There are some things you should say and not say, okay? Well, the woman has never really learned. She's like MTG. She never learns, okay? And they don't belong in office. It should be somebody else that has more integrity than that, okay? In many ways, I wish Dianne Feinstein was still alive. She won't put up with crap like that. I'm sorry, I'm fighting off a nosebleed. So anyway, that's all I know for now. I haven't a chance to go through minus touch what they found out. I'm sorry. What they found out and anything, but I will now have that ready on Friday. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm going to check something. Okay. So, I will have my show going on Friday, as usual. And so I'm going to go ahead and sign off, get some things done. I need to get some lunch. I'm getting hungry. And, I will see you on Friday. Be sure to insist, persist, and push back. Tell your friends about my show on YouTube. You could do it here too. Uh, Subscribing is free on my show and my Ginger Chat show on YouTube. It's free. And take care. Love to all. Stay safe. Keep your eye on the sky because it's not over yet. And keep on resisting. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Love you all. Bye bye.